Hi, Elise. So my name's Adam. I'm an exercise physiologist. So welcome today. So one of the things we're going to go through first is what we do here and what we can offer you. And so basically, exercise physiologists. Have you ever dealt with them before or anything like that?
No, first time.
Okay. So what we do, we're basically professionals equipped with the knowledge and the skill set to design and implement programs for safe exercise for people such as yourself. Who've got lower back issues, but it ranges across a whole lot of different conditions and things like that. So that's basically what I do, and what I'm going to be helping you with today is looking at your lower back, as we spoke to Dr. Smith, and he wants you to come along today and obviously get some help for the pain you've been experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
So what really brings you here today?
So according to the MRI, I've got a disc protrusion because I've got quite a sore lower back.
Okay. And how long have you been experiencing the pain?
About a month, but it's definitely been getting worse as time has gone on.
Okay.
So it started out sort of just initially as like a small pain, but definitely getting worse and affecting more day-to-day stuff now.
Okay. And what sort of pain do you experience?
So it's like an ache at the start, but it can sometimes be sharp and sort of gets worse as the day goes on. So it's usually right in the morning, but after going to work or looking after our baby and that kind of thing, it's definitely more noticeable.
Okay. How old's your baby?
She's 5 months.
Okay, excellent. And the pain itself, does it get progressively worse over the course of the day, as you were saying? Or,
Yeah.
And how does it start out at the beginning of the day?
So it's usually, it can be a little sore when I wake up, so I don't know if that's just from sleeping or what, but sort of achy, and then in the sort of as the morning goes on, it gets a little better, I guess, as it loosens up. But then as I start doing more day-to-day activities at work, or I work as a vet nurse, so lifting animals and that kind of thing onto the table can definitely make it feel worse.
Okay. So going on from that, what sort of movements in general make it feel bad?
So lifting, sort of from the floor up to the table, that kind of thing. Also just playing on the floor with our baby, things like that.
Okay. So are there any types of positions that help relieve the pain in that sense? So if you were standing all day and you're feeling pain, when you go home and you lie down, does that help relieve the pain, or?
Yeah, so lying down with my feet elevated definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
Helps relieve the pressure. Sometimes just like a gentle walk around the block can help too.
Mm-hmm.
They're the main things that help though.
Okay, perfect. Have you had any injuries to your lower back, or any sort of injuries in the past that could be similar to the pain you're currently experiencing?
Nothing. This is sort of the first injury I've had.
Okay. So what other work have you done in the past, and what sort of work are you currently doing?
So I'm currently working as a vet nurse, but I've also had an office job in the past, and so that often made it hurt as well, sitting down for long periods.
Okay.
Yeah, so sitting at the desk, looking at the computer, that kind of thing.
So a similar sort of thing though, the pain started off non-existent and then got progressively worse as the day went on?
Yeah, I guess the longer I sat down, the worse the pain got throughout the day.
Okay. So sort of any issues picking the baby up from the floor or anything like that? You were saying for the 5-month-old baby, so how does that go from day to day at home?
It's definitely sore, like if I'm lying down on the ground playing with her and then have to get back up.
Okay.
It feels definitely stiff when I'm standing up after lying down on the floor with her.
Okay.
And I guess as she gets bigger and gets heavier, sort of lifting her up and down and playing with her and that kind of thing hurts as well sometimes.
Okay. All right. So would you describe it as a sharp pain when you get up, or does it progressively get worse, or is it sort of both?
Sort of both. Like when I stand up initially, it's a sharp pain, and then it aches after that.
Okay. All right. So what sort of living arrangements do you currently have? Are you in a house or apartment?
So we live in an apartment, in a 2-bedroom apartment,
Okay.
and we've got 3 flights of stairs to get up to where we live. We're on the top floor.
Okay. So how do you go getting up and down the stairs each day? Do you find that's challenging, or?
The stairs themselves, if it's just me, are fine. It's more if I've got to carry the baby or the pram or like shopping up from the car, that kind of thing. Any sort of loading going up and down the stairs makes it hurt.
Okay. So going up and down the stairs, how do you, with the pain wise, is it more of a sharp pain, as we were discussing before, getting up and down from the floor with a baby?
I guess it's sort of probably the duration. So it's all right starting down the bottom, and then as I get towards the top, it gets more sore.
Okay.
So I feel, it sort of feels like it gets more and more tense as I get to the top. If I've got like a heavy shopping bag or something.
Okay. All right. So are there any medications you're currently being prescribed, or?
So when I did see the GP, they just said to rest and take some either some Nurofen or some Voltaren or something like
so
that.
Anti-inflammatories.
Yeah.
Okay. How often would you be taking those?
I sort of take them as needed, but probably a couple of times a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when the pain's bad, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any other medications you're currently taking?
No, nothing else.
Nothing else?
No.
Okay. No underlying medical conditions or anything like that?
No,
Everything's
nothing
pretty
else.
straightforward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. So what sort of exercise are you currently performing?
So I go for a walk with the baby in the pram every day, so I do about a 5k loop every day.
Okay.
And then I was doing yoga twice a week as well with some friends, but have been limiting that at the moment just because that was also not great with my back.
Okay. Do you enjoy doing that sort of stuff though? Is that something you enjoy doing?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's obviously been limited due to your pain?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you find any of those activities aggravated, or do you feel that because of the pain already you couldn't do those activities?
Yeah, I think because it was already sort of start with doing things like a yoga class or anything sort of high intensity definitely made it worse.
Okay.
And I didn't want to damage it any further. So it's mainly just the light walking that I can manage at the moment.
Okay, perfect. So, now that you're here, I mean, what would you like to achieve working with us?
So basically just to be able to manage the pain, become pain-free. Obviously I want to get back to doing more exercise like I was before, and I don't want to have the pain sort of limit the ways that I can play with my daughter and that kind of thing. I want to be able to be active and involved with her, and don't want to have to worry about not being able to pick her up or play on the ground with her for long periods of time or something because my back's sore, basically. So just get back to normal day-to-day life, really.
Okay, perfect. All right.